Lock her up. I love that. Stay with me.
Pam Bondi is exactly what I was saying in the last segment that we should all fear, because she's competent. We may not agree with her ideologically, but she actually knows how to do this job. So if anyone on the Democratic side or anyone who cared about liberty or justice was thinking, well, maybe Matt Gaetz will screw this up and that'll give us some time. No, Pam Bondi knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing about immigration. Remember?
Yes, just after 3 hours, I saw Libras celebrating on social media after Matt Gaetz took a decision not to be there again. Now the freak out is everywhere on social media. They are panicking. According to this tweet, MSNBC is melting down over Pam Bondi as Attorney General. We should all fear because she is competent. She actually knows how to do this job. She knows what she's doing about immigration. She is a dangerous and effective pick. You can now see what is going on here. It is important. I show you some videos. These people are even regretting why they did not accept Matt Gaetz. They are regretting. They are in tears.
Bring you back in, Jason. I say that with all accuracy and fairness. On paper, her state-level experience is much closer to what presidents in both parties have sought at the DOJ. That's a huge difference with Matt Gaetz. The political part, though, is different. Right. And then what I bring to you is, and Juanita mentioned it, you have that political history, and you have a proposed number 2, a deputy attorney general who recently handled Donald Trump's criminal defense. So if this were the team, and they have to go through vetting and confirmation, but if this were the team, this would be 2 of the most politically defensive lawyers of the personal capacity of an incoming president we've ever seen running DOJ at the same time.
All right, I completely agree. And quite frankly, my thought is that after Gaetz dropped out, it would be essentially somebody from Trump's legal team. It would be like a Jay Sekulow or somebody like that. I assume that's where he would get these people from. Unlike William Barr, even going back to when we were all kids and like Janet Reno, right? Occasionally attorney generals try to behave like they are not the personal lawyer of the president of the United States. That is completely out the window. Pam Bondi is exactly what I was saying in the last segment that we should all fear, because she's competent. We may not agree with her ideologically, but she actually knows how to do this job. So if anyone on the Democratic side or anyone who cared about liberty or justice was thinking, well, maybe Matt Gaetz will screw this up and that'll give us some time. No, Pam Bondi knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing about immigration. Remember, Florida is one of those states that's been very aggressive about migrants and deportation and moving people to different states and everything else like that. Florida has enacted all sorts of rules and laws to curtail students and what they can do on campuses and finding legal justifications for manipulating education money. She is a dangerous and effective pick, and that's frankly worse than what we would have got with Matt Gaetz, even with the deplorable moral background that he has.
Yes, I like this tweet. Trump new nominee for AG Pam Bondi on Hillary Clinton. Lock her up. I love that. What happened to not wanting to politicize the Department of Justice? MAGA just kind of throw it out the window. This is the first meltdown I saw. This guy celebrated everywhere on social media when Matt Gaetz took a decision to... Another guy replied to him, my sources are telling me Pam Bondi was always the plan. They used Gaetz to muddy the water to make Pam an easy appointment. Gaetz will become Florida Senator. Trump playing cheese, Libras playing chicas. I didn't know until I saw this tweet. You've seen MSNBC. That guy actually saw it coming. They are afraid of this lady to a level I can't even understand. There is a video where this lady put Mark Cuban on notice.
Well, I was a prosecutor. I was a homicide prosecutor for 18 years. I was Florida's first female attorney general, and I was special advisor to Donald Trump, Office of White House Counsel, but most importantly, I'm his friend. And I was in that White House, and we all know he surrounded himself with a lot of brilliant women. How many women here tonight support Donald Trump? stage. Look at these beautiful women sitting behind me. Sorry, guys, in the front row. Donald Trump. That was the greatest gift Mark Cuban could give Donald Trump, I think, by saying something so ignorant and stupid. So I have a message for Mark Cuban from all of us here tonight. Underestimate us. This is going to be fun.
These criminals made one very big mistake. They wound up in Polk County. And I'll tell you, it's bad enough in one thing to profit from poisoning others, but it's another when you bring drugs from Mexico into our country, California, Texas, Georgia, and end up in our state and do it with impunity. Because when you're in this country illegally and you're doing things illegally, I want to tell you, and you wind up in Polk County, Grady Judd is going to find you, the DEA is going to help them, and my statewide prosecutors are going to lock you up for as long as we can.
And we're going to enjoy it.
And each of these defendants are looking at 30 years in Florida State Prison for conspiracy.
That was putting Matt Coburn on notice. I believe you know what happened when this guy went on The View and said people surrounding themselves around Trump are not intelligent. She made it clear. Wait for the coming. And now she has been appointed. Mark Cuban should be panicking by now. Looking at her, she knows what she is doing. She is intelligent. Reasons. Liberals are panicking. I want this people to dig up history about her. Let's see now. Because they are always fond of that. If Trump appoints somebody, they start digging history. Oh, looking here and there to see where they can pick up loopholes to discredit the person. Like today, Whoopi Goldberg said, why is it that people surrounding Trump or Trump picking them up are always involved in things like this? I saw that. I was like, stupid.
Is this just a confirmation that would essentially sail through, Scott, or not?
Well, I don't think you could consider anybody, just they're going to sail without any kind of real process. She's going to have to go through a process like everybody else. But I can tell you, this is a massive upgrade. I've talked to a couple people up on the Hill already. There's a sigh of relief that now we have somebody here, two-term AG, strong record on drug enforcement and opioid issues, a total hawk on immigration, politically supportive of Trump, obviously. I don't know a Republican in the country who doesn't love Pam Bondi. So you were starting with Gaetz, a nominee who was underwater significantly to start and was going to always be hard to get to the surface. Mm-hmm. With Bondi, I do think you're starting above water, and as long as she performs in her hearings, I mean, look, this is somebody who's been through 2 elections in a really big state, and so a lot of public vetting of her has gone on already. So I think this is a great move by Trump to be pragmatic and tell Gaetz to get out, and a really good move to go with Bondi. This is not a shaky limb. This is a sturdy branch he's going with for AG here.
We have some breaking news on the podcast.
Okay.
Matt Gaetz has withdrawn his nomination for Attorney General, saying on X,
wait to see what was in that report.
You think we will?
We have a legal note.
I do have a legal note. Thank you, Whoopi. Historically, I think that there's such a desire. If you really think the vast majority of this country voted because of racism and misogyny, you're missing it.
309, Tulsi Gabbard added to Donald Trump's cabinet. Also with a
theory that a lot of people seem to be coalescing around.
They were too woke, insisting that people use the term Latinx.
You have to say they. No, you have to do this.
Stop with the virtue signaling.
Step away from woke. Focus less on who is woke and more on who is broke.
I've never seen that.
I saw so many liberals getting super excited every time Kamala had a new celebrity endorsement. But we all know for a fact that these celebrity endorsements are not free.
Oh, is it true that they paid you $1 million for the endorsement for Kamala?
Not true.
Now it's time to unite everybody.
I want you to know what would change after doing this.
Comes out against Trump.
I don't care if they write that.
So, with that, I'm going to shake it off.
Figure out a way to say thank you.
That guy's name, he's such an absolute prick. I can't stand him. But anyway.
Hey there. Not doing great.
Terrible night last night. It was a terrible night.
What will the rest of us
you doing on day one?
Bishop Vigano, he says that
A lot of people were confused about why.
I'm not saying, he says